Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. We're going to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rahak Kadash, Pelo Hebrew tongues, creating as a Heavenly Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to your brothers living in truth. And shalom to the brothers and sisters listening and studying to show themselves approved. Shalom. Coming to you today, talk about an event, a major prophecy that's about to unfold right in front of our eyes that's going to change everybody's lives here when this event kicks off. And the food shortages, I just did a lesson on that. The food shortages will contribute to this event kicking off. It's going to create a whole uprising, and it's going to lead to a thing that the Bible described as Jacob's trouble, which a lot of Israelites are going to lose their life during that event, because that is the judgment of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, because he's about to cleanse this place of all wickedness. And people that don't have the knowledge and the testimony and the faith of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah are about to get wiped out. That's what the event is about to do. And the event is called Jacob's trouble. And we're going to highlight that right here in Jeremiah 30:7. And it reads, "Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." You peep that? So there's two things going to be going on during Jacob's trouble. There's going to be Israelites getting put to death, and there's going to be Israelites who are going to be getting saved, because it said he should be saved out of it. And see, you got a lot of people that say, oh, Jacob's trouble already happened. We already went through that. We went through Jacob's trouble during the transatlantic slave trade. We went through Jacob's trouble, when Esau ran us out of Israel, 70 AD. And I'm like, nah, those were something like Jacob's trouble. But this right here said there is no day like it. So Jacob's trouble is an event that we about to see, that we about to come across, because it says, at last the day is great, so that none is like it. So this Jacob's trouble is going to trump all the ones who went through as a nation before. Because why is that? Esau's technology is at its peak. Wickedness is at its peak. Everything is worse than it was back then. Like, there are more ways to put people to death now than there was in the ancient days. Now we have nuclear missiles. Now we have supersonic ICBM missiles. You got high frequency weapons, satellite weapons. More chemical warfare. That wasn't back in the ancient days. They didn't have that. Now they do. So this Jacob trouble. Oh, you got super soldiers. You got robot soldiers, the drones. You got that into play. That wasn't back in the ancient days. Back then, that's coming now. There's more ways to die now. More creative ways to die. So this is that time. We going into that time of Jacob's trouble. It's talked about right here in the book of Jeremiah. We about to go through a very, very rough transition, because that's what Jacob's trouble really is. It's a transition of power. It's a cleansing process, or should I say a purge. Like, you got all them purge movies. It's like a purge. How about your shot about to purge all wickedness out of Israel? He's going to leave the Israelites that are trying to be righteous, putting on like the elect. He's going to save those that, have the testimony, know the laws and commandments, trying to keep the feast days and things of that nature, rehearsing the righteous acts. And he's going to do away with the ones who have the covering of Esau, that are, like a heathen, that are wicked. About to do away with them. And to prove that, let's go to Deuteronomy 31:29. And check this out. This is Moses right here talking. And this is Deuteronomy 31:29. "For I know that after my death, ye will utterly corrupt yourselves, and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you, and the evil will befall you in the latter days, because ye will do evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands." So Jacob's trouble is coming from all the wickedness that Israel has committed in the sight of the Lord. All this twerking, whoredom, nigga life, nigga culture, sell the drugs, sell Esau drugs, kill each other over some colors, territory to sell Esau drugs, just killing over these wicked women with this feminism, just all the atrocities that Israel commit, all the alphabet agenda, that right there, our people carrying that of Esau, all the adultery, sleeping with other men's wives, all that going on. And I said that which commits to the whoredom of Israel. And Yahweh Shah said, you know what? It's complete. I'm about to rinse this place. And this time it's so dirty, I'm at to rinse it with hot fire. I can't do it with water this time. Now I got to scorch it. So that's why it's coming, man. Because really, our people uphold the standard on the earth. When our people uphold the decency, like when you go back to the 50s and 60s, when we used to frown upon, the alphabet agenda, our people, we held the decency. Esau's always been wicked, and he pushed it out. And I noticed as our people went hand in hand and started accepting wickedness, giving it a pass and taking it upon doing it ourselves, that's when America started going downhill. Everything started going downhill because everything was predicated on our people. Yahweh Shah got his eye on our people. Like, are we keeping the laws and commandments? Are we being righteous? Are we being decent? That's what he looking at. And when our people take on the covenant of Esau and be wicked, like you just got mad wickedness going out right now. I'm talking about mad wickedness going on. And so Yahweh Shah like, okay, it's that time. And especially you got the righteous few, the remnant, they crying out. We vexed to the max because we got to be with all these wicked niggas and amongst all these heathens. And they're like, we're very few and they're the majority. And they're going right head on. Like they said, that the gate that lead to hell is massive. They're going to be right here left behind when them nukes get to dropping. And that's well deserved because they wicked, man. And then like the prophets ain't have been out here telling them on the highway hedges and telling them like, man, meet the Lord. You better meet the Lord now. You better get right. You better repent. You better repent, change your ways, fall back into your heritage. We done told them. So, hey, now that the warning has went out, next comes the judgment. And that's where we at. Jacob's trouble is going to bring that judgment, which is, I feel, much overdue. Because Israel is wicked, is all outdoors, man. And now you got Israelites doing bestiality. We ain't used to do that. We used to be like, man, that was the Edomite thing. Now you got Jake's doing that. Like, man, what the? I said, Jake is, man, he doing everything that Esau do. It used to be, we can look at it, oh, mass shootings, that's Esau. Now Jake doing it. Jake is falling right behind this devil and doing wickedness, man. That's all through their media, which is a form of sorcery, entertainment, which is ran by Esau. They gonna try to blame all the rap music, all that. You fund it, and Jake fall right for it, man. Hook, line, and sinker. But hey, the Most High about to get rid of that right now. He's about to rinse this place. And we right at the edge of that. Like you can see the whole system. Yahweh Shah is collapsing it. Using Esau to do it. The food gonna go up, gas going up, and that's gonna lead to all out chaos. And in the chaos, a lot of Israelites are about to lose their life. And that's what we're going into. That's why I say, man, don't tarry to meet the Lord and get the covenant of the Lord. That way you can get the hedge of protection, because you're gonna need that. You're gonna need divine protection, because this place gonna fall into lawlessness. And why I say that, matter of fact, let's go get that while I'm up here talking about it. Let's go to 2nd Esdras, because Jacob's trouble, you're going to fully know it's Jacob's trouble when martial law has been declared, when lawlessness is declared. Because then Esau going to be able to, flex them horns. He going to show these 2/3 niggas that, he's the wicked. You're going to know Esau the devil in that time. Because right now, Esau been, finessing them. He give him a little apple, give him a little cookie, give him a job, do a little nice thing. And then Jake, eating out his hand. And when Jacob's trouble hit, when the laws and the Constitution get stripped, and it is straight martial law, the power's in your hands, man, then Jake gonna find out, like, man, these people been the same people they was in the 50s, 60s, 1800s, 1700s. Same people. They still like that. They just play nice with you in order to play you, because they need you to work, pay taxes, and build their system up. So check it out. This 2nd Esdras 15, and where we gonna go? And 16. Yeah, 15 and 16. For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So that scripture's talking about lawlessness, man, because then ain't nobody gonna care, like I say, what the mayor got to say, what the senator got to say, what the president got to say, the whole Constitution, laws, DC, that's gonna go all out the window. And everybody gonna invade one another because of a lack of bread and it's the lack of resources. And that's what Esau want. Esau want everybody to attack each other. That way he come and pick off the remains and then make it easier for him. What they call it like a purge. We about to like watch them purge movies, Yasharala. That's the times we're going into. It's gonna get like that. It's gonna be all out chaos. Because the Bible said right there, sedition among men and invading one another. You know, and it said the course of the action stand in their power. It's gonna be like the Wild Wild West. Let's further get that word sedition, because this is a word, you know, most people regularly identify with. So sedition means rebellion, uprising, revolt, factitious commotion in the state, concerted attempt to overthrow civil authority. So basically martial law. That's coming, that's on the plates. And that's when Jacob's trouble. I ain't going to tell you in Jacob's trouble. You're going to know it. Because Jake going to be in straight trouble. Because you're going to have Esau hunting you out, 2/3 hunting you out. Everybody going to be looking, you know, to spill your blood in them times. For whatever you got. Or for a woman, you a resource in that time. They're going to be like trying to put you in and ravish you or sex traffic you. A woman gonna be a commodity in that time, you know. She gonna get snatched up, you know. Even men. The way this place is so wicked, they like little boys and men too. Look at that: civil disorder, strife, rebellion. Let's go get the definition of it. An illegal action inciting resistance to lawful authority intended to cause the disruption, overthrow of the government. That's what's on the plate. They're trying to amend the Second Amendment. That will spark a civil war, which will lead to sedition among men, which will lead to, basically, sedition among men is martial law. That's what it is. So the Bible are predicting that martial law will be declared in Babylon the Great America. And that right there, a lot of 2/3 going to lose their life right there through the famine, the pestilence, and the sword, which the modern day sword is a gun. And there are lots and lots of guns here in America, lots of swords that's gonna get used. There's gonna be a lot of bloodshed, a lot of bloody talk during that time, and that's because this place is prime for judgment. Which, let's go get that. Let's go back to the scriptures, because everything is at its peak. We're at the peak of it now. Now all it gotta do now is for judgment to rain out. So hold up, we right there in the same chapter. Where we at? Sedition, my man. Yeah, we in the same. Let's go to 6. There we go. Second Esdras, chapter 15 and 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So that backs to what I said earlier with Esau's technology is at its peak. His wickedness is at its peak. You know, now it's time for judgment. Now Yahweh Shai is coming to take them down. And everybody that follows after them is going to go down with them. Because this place, it's the point where wickedness is like where we at, Pride Month. You know, everything is in prideful. Like they do their wickedness in boldness in the face of the Lord. You know, so I'm going to hit 7 too. Therefore said the Lord, going to 8, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth out unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Woo! Hey, that's true right there. You hear that? The just and the upright, the righteous, it said that we complain continually, man. That's what these lessons is right here, man. That's us doing these video pistols on the highway and hedges. Like I said, it's long overdue. We want Yahweh to come judge these wicked people. We tired of looking at these niggas. Tired of looking at these thoughts. You know, they dumb to me. They're stupid. And they need to go. And that's according to the Lord, the scriptures, not what I say. You go to Jeremiah 4:22, he called his people sodders. I'm just in agreements with Yahweh Shai. I agree with the way he about to do this thing. Because they need to go. Because you can't tell them, you can't rebuke them and correct them. Hey, I get money, nigga. I don't want to hear that, nigga. I get money, nigga. I do what I want. You know, all that pride. You can't, they stiff-necked, like the scriptures say. So, only thing next to come is judgment. And they like doubling down on their wickedness, man. I talked to one of the old schools, and he telling me how they going to clubs and signing they got to cut their finger and put blood on the paper for they going to club and doing bestiality and doing all kind of, you know, the abominable acts. And it's just like it's getting out in the open. They don't hide it no more. You can look at Lil Nas X how he declare his stuff and what he does, and he up there giving the what was supposed to be the devil a lap dance. They should have just had the Edomite, because that's the real representation of the devil. But I'm just saying, like, they just putting it in your face. 666 shoes, Satan shoes. Like, I notice our people now are now gothic. Rappers turned gothic. We didn't used to get into that weirdo stuff, but now Jake is now on that gothic tick, man. They all wearing their hair funny, putting all the little black stuff on, upside down crosses, you know, just straight Luciferian worship, right in the open. They done made it a fab now. So that right there goes their precept that your wicked works have been fulfilled. You got Jake to go in the weirdo stuff. Now Jake is doing the profane. We didn't used to get into that. We used to clown Esau for that back in my day. You know, we didn't do that. We used to look at them like, man, some weird Edomites. Now you look up, Jake doing the same thing. And they made it trendy. So that shows Jake is in total agreements, following behind Esau. And I say with this new, especially this young generation, it's time to just cleanse the place. Generation Z, hey, they gave it the right name, because this generation is the last generation, because they are super wicked, man. There's like no ounce of righteousness in them at all. At all. They are totally polluted with this world. And I'm just looking at it like, man, like, look how far we have fallen. We didn't used to be like that. So that's how I know judgment is about to come. It's right around the corner. And it needs to come. Because they are just horrible. Jacob's trouble is like one of the best things that can happen to this place. Because these Jakes are wicked. And they don't want to get right. So I'm like, okay, you don't want to get right. I'm about to show, hey, I'm going to let Yahweh Shah have his way with you. And then, hey, you don't want that. You don't want to smoke with Yahweh Shah. Trust me. That's a lot of people going to starve to death. That's a bad way to die right there. To starve to death. You know, get tortured by Esau. Because Esau about to get busy. We try to tell these little wicked 2/3 like, man, Esau's your enemy. They ain't, he good to me. They better than me, my own people. I like Esau. Okay, nigga. Wait till this stuff. Wait till the country collapse. Esau gonna show you his horns. He gonna go show you how I got this country. Esau gonna show you his true nature. You gonna see it. Because I already see it now. They just try to hide it. They can't hide it from me or the prophets. We see how they are. We have already, you know, Yahweh Shah made them bare. So we see their wicked works. See, 2/3 is blind. The blind, deaf, and dumb. So they gonna have to learn the hard way. Which us righteous, hopefully, we don't care. Because we done told you. And I just feel like you a fool. You want to go party with them Edomites? You want to be in a relationship with that Edomite? Go ahead. When shit get bad, you know, I mean, because an Edomite attack you in your sleep. You know, they might just look over and just be mad. My country's over. And I'm going to blame it on Jake. And I'm with this Jake right here. And I'm just taking it out on this person. So, hey, you've been warned. You've been told. You got all kind of history to show you how they are. And it's about to get real bad, man. Especially they try to amend this Second Amendment. Take away their blessing. You know, Esau gonna really get busy. They're already plotting to try to attack Jake now. So with that, yeah, that's gonna be Jacob's trouble right there. Cause like Esau gonna come. We gonna feel what our ancestors felt during slavery days, during the civil rights movement. We're gonna get a taste of that. And it's gonna be even worse, because then the military gonna get activated and they have technology. So it's gonna be radio frequency weapons, satellite weapons, you know. They're gonna turn them little droids, them little robot soldiers, like them droids, turn them on us. Death machines. It's coming. As I say, you gotta get in this truth. If you don't, hey, that's on you, man. Don't hurt my feelings none. You just gonna get your reward. So I'm gonna end off right here, because this is why Jacob's trouble is coming. Because Jacob's trouble is to cleanse the wicked Jakes, which goes into Yasharallah Israel, to get rid of them. That's what the event is all about. Yahweh Shah is doing a purge. He purging out these wicked Jakes. And he gonna let Esau have his way with them, because they didn't put the covering of him on them. So we're gonna check out this Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So that's where we get the term 2/3 from, because 2/3 going to be cut off. And a funny thing, when you look at the number of 2/3, matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can get that real quick. See if I can get that real quick. Look at that number. Look what 2/3 equals to. It equals 666. You know? So that, like, man, that shows you that the Most High is on point with that, man. And that shows that 2/3 have that number, they have that covering. The number of a man, which goes in Revelation 13 and 16. They got that. And it's gonna be complete when Esau put them with that charagma, when he puts it in them. Then that number gonna be complete on them. They're gonna show they got the covering of that. So therefore they got to get knocked off. So 2/3 are done because they don't have faith in Yahweh Bashar. So going back to the scriptures, I just want to show that because that was very interesting to me that 2/3 goes into, 6.66. That number. The number that Yahweh Bashar is the mark of the beast. So check it out. And it said that the third should be left therein. The third gonna be saved. That's what we call the 1/3, the hopeful elect. So check it out on 9. I will bring the third part through the fire and refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say it is my people, and they shall say the Lord is my Yahweh. Did you hear that? It said call on my name. You got to know the name. You got to, what's the name? Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. You got to know them names. It's part of the holy password. It's part of, that's part of the testimony. Part of the doctrine. It's part of you knowing who your Lord and Savior is. And he said, I will hear them, and I will say it is my people, and they should say the Lord is my Yahweh. So he going to save his people. That's the ones he going to build the kingdom off of. Because the 2/3 are going to be cut off and die. And they got to be born again through the ones he left. The hopeful elect here. The hopeful elect, when they have their relationships, the ones that died on this side going to be born again back, and then they're going to be righteous. Because the law is going to be on their inward parts. Plus, the atmosphere is going to be righteous. The law is going to be righteous. Because who's going to be in rulership? Yahshua is going to be in rulership. Because what I noticed about the 2/3 is they follow who's ever in power. They're natural born followers. They can't help it. So who's in power right now is Esau. Therefore, they put on like Esau. Because you get rewards for being like Esau. But they ain't got the spirit in them strong enough to seek after righteousness like the hopeful elect does. We look at Esau like, man, you the scum of the earth. You vile, man. I don't like you. And, we despise this devil. We're contrary to this devil. And therefore, we're contrary to the system and the government he set up. His society he set up. We not satisfied in that. Now, we got to do what we got to do to get our daily bread, take care of ourselves. But we don't participate in all this wickedness. Especially, I notice with me, I don't do the stuff I used to do as I was younger anymore at all. I don't care about going to the club. I don't care about going to concerts. I don't care about being in crowds. I'm not on social media. If you don't, depending on how you count YouTube, but I'm not on Facebook, Instagram, none of that social media. I don't care about being with the in crowd. I don't care because they're wicked anyway. I don't even like their presence. I don't like being around a bunch of jakes that's wicked, a bunch of worldly jakes. It just irritates me because I just look at, a bunch of degenerates. And their conversation is dumb. They don't talk about nothing of importance. Just been around a bunch of low-level fools. And I don't care for it. And I'm totally different, man. I'm sick of this place. And I despise Esau. That's another thing where me and Jakes get into it with the 2/3 Jakes, because they love Esau. They look up to Esau as if he's God. I look at Esau as if he's the devil, because he is the devil. So that right there, we're contrary. Plus, I never got into hood life like that. Like, I didn't join no gang. I always thought that was stupid. Like, I'm gonna put on red or blue and they're gonna knock off another Jake that's, in the same situation as me. All they do, they make Esau look good, and good for him. That's dumb. I never looked at that as something good. And I understand the Black Panther movement, but when it came to gangs, as a young child, I was like, that's stupid, man. These older dudes are dumb. How can you participate in something like that? So foolish. It's not benefiting nobody but this damn devil. And I knew there's a young dude. That's why I look at these older dudes like, what the hell is y'all doing? It's like, they low level. These thoughts is low level because that's the ones keep gang shit going. A lot of these dudes rep gangs to impress these thoughts and hood rats. Because to them, then you a real nigga. Then you a real man. So Jake could go join the gang just so he can be accepted by and get the approval of rats. You know, the lowest women, the thoughts. They got, you know, all kinds of this ailments with them and demons with them. So I always look at them as the low level women, bottom of the barrel. So I just, man, this society is just garbage. Period. And when you think like that and you ask whys, it's gonna put you in a whole different atmosphere, man. I just feel so thankful that Yahweh Shah led me to this truth. Because this is where I always belonged at. You know, I was searching for my way, looking for it, and now I found it. And I found it right before Jacob's trouble about to pour out. So when Jacob's trouble hit, you know, us, if it's the truth, we know what we're supposed to do. We're going to holler out the Lord's name, just like that precept said. You know, we're going to look at the righteousness. We're going to put up, you know, we're going to put our works up. That way, when Jacob's trouble hit and all chaos is out, you know, we had that faith that Yahweh Shah going to save us. Because that faith is going to be like your confidence. You got to have big time faith when the system fall down in order to have that stability. That Isaiah 33:6. That's why we do the works. That's why we feel like, you know, our call an election is sure. Like, you know, you feel like, man, hey, I feel like it's a cherry coming to scoop me up. I just got to hold out and make sure I don't get, you know, being a bad boy and get knocked off. But I feel like Yahweh Shah going to protect me. That's my faith right there. It's confidence in my power. And that's what the truth does to you. It's edification. It builds you up. That's why you need to be locked in on this truth. Because if you not, you going to see your death, man. How about you ain't going to squeak past him at all. No Jake is going to squeak past him. Now, he either might get left to go into slavery. You know, they might get spared. But that's only to go into slavery. But ain't no Jake going to get spared, man. Jake got one or two options. Either you going to get delivered by Yahweh Shah, or you going to get your judgment from Yahweh Shah. So it's one of the two things for Jakes. Because we the main person that the Most High is watching. He got his eye on us. Because we the people he love. We are the people that's chosen. So he looking at us like, you know, I'm going to see which way you go, what you going to do. Which he already know. The person who don't know is us. Because, you know, man's goings of the Lord. So the Lord already know which way we going to go. He already know what he about to do with us. So we got to play out and see what lot we fall in. Because we don't know. That's what we call ourselves, the hopeful elect. Because we hope we are part of that election. And see, that's one thing you got to be proud of. Well, I wouldn't say proud of. Happy about. I'll say that. Well, really, you do say you can pride yourself in knowing the Lord. But you got to be happy that Yahweh Shah exposed you to the house of David. You got to be happy about that. Because most Jakes don't know about this truth. They don't know. They ain't even got a clue what's going on right now. These Jakes about to get hit and get blindsided. Hey, what? No more food? What? Medical lockdown? I thought we was getting better. You know, they going to get knocked off. They ain't going to see it coming. They going to run right to Esau's military. He going to snatch them up, throw them in the camp. They don't even know that Esau is the enemy. They don't even know who their enemies are. That's why Jacob's trouble, a 2/3 Jake going to get knocked off easy. As for us, we're going to know how to navigate. We're going to move wiser. We're not running to the military for food ration handouts. Because that's why they're going to snatch you up. We ain't looking. We know to get away from them. We know that's the enemy coming. We ain't looking for that military to help us. You better avoid the military during them times. Avoid Esau, period, during them times, man. This thing about to get crazy. So we got to thank the Most High that we know this truth, man. We got to thank Yahweh Shah. You know that we're here and we know what's going on. We've been briefed. We believe on the report. And we're in like, hey, make sure your call and election is sure. Do your diligent work. You know, examine yourself. Make sure you in line with your Yahweh Shah. Try to keep them laws and commands to the best of your abilities. That way, when this thing hit, you got a stable mind. You know why it's hitting. You know why it's going on. You know why this event must happen. So then you just, you know, you navigating. You level-headed. Okay, I'm going to go here, go there. You know the pray. Ask for Yahweh Shah for guidance during that time. 2/3 are going to be doing that. They're going to be hollering, crying. Why this happened? I thought we was building back better. I thought we'd make America great again. You know, they're going to be messed up. And they ain't have no knowledge. They didn't get none of this truth. And I can't, hey, when it hit, man. Nobody gonna be trying to break these scriptures down and precepts to you when all hell break loose. That's why you're supposed to be getting this truth while you got the liberty now. So we got the testimony. We got the truth. Now all we got to do is hold fast to what we have. You know, we get thrown in that fire of adversity, that we hold strong, and we become that gold and that silver that Yahweh Shah wants, so he can deliver us. So with that being said, man, I hope this has been edifying. You know, Kwame Yasharala, DTL Baba Ball, and Shalom.